So far, this summer is full of international crisis, and President Obama is spending more time talking with foreign leaders than he has in years. It's according to an analysis of the president's phone logs. Bill Plante is at the White House with the numbers and the reaction. Bill, good morning.
Well, good morning, Charlie. The president does spend a lot of time on the phone. And an analysis of his calls by USA Today looks not only at who he's calling, but asks just how effective is telephone diplomacy. President Obama made at least 4 calls in July to German Chancellor Angela Merkel, 3 to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and the latest call in a busy month, a video conference Monday with 4 European leaders to discuss possible new sanctions on Russia.
This was, I think, by our count, about the 50th call or video conference the president has had with his European counterparts since the beginning of this crisis.
Despite mounting tensions on the border with Ukraine, the White House pointed to elections and an agreement with Europe as evidence that diplomacy is working.
None of these things just happened. They were the result of a major, sustained effort by the president to lead the international community.
According to an analysis of public readouts by USA Today, Monday's call was the 500th of Obama's presidency, and more than 24 have come just this month. White House reporter Gregory Corti dug through the releases.
They tend to come in bunches. Obama, unlike some of his predecessors, doesn't really spend a whole lot of time maintaining relationships. He's more likely to call in a time of crisis.
Public announcements of the calls help officials highlight the president's engagement, even while he's away from Washington, no matter what he's doing.
And he's called a lot this month. He's been to 12 fundraisers and political events. And actually, the calls tend to come on those days when he is traveling.
But presidential management by phone doesn't satisfy critics. During a recent political trip to California, Republicans on Capitol Hill said the president should have stayed focused on crises at home and abroad.
Well, maybe he ought to just reorganize his priorities.
It is scandalous that the president has more time to be fundraiser-in-chief than he does to do his basic job as commander-in-chief.
Well, the White House response to that is twofold. They say the president could do his job wherever he is, and they defend diplomacy by telephone as an important tool. They say that in the Ukraine crisis, for instance, the constant communication with foreign leaders has helped keep the spotlight on the actions of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Gail?
All right. Thank you, Bill.